Hello everyone. This short video, I hope it's short, it is going to be on creating the matching, which many of my students struggle with. So I would recommend beginning your test with your matching, or however you do it, dedicating a whole page to it, because you can't have it on two different pages, which many people do. So the two exemplars I have in the discussion is have it started on the first page, and it's dedicated to the vocabulary learning target. The matching has to be in a two-column format, and you need at least one more answer choice than questions. I would highly recommend placing your terms on the left-hand side with a short answer blank. And I will show you you can see here I'm beginning the process, and I've started out by creating my 6, 7, or 8, how many of a vocabulary words you want. You have to have at least 6 matching. However, you can have 7, 8, or 9 as long as you have one more answer choice. So keep that in mind. You don't have to have 6. Okay. When you start creating your matching, your terms or questions are all going to have to be in the same column. Questions first with answer tabs aligned. Create a short line using the underscore, copy, and paste it next to the others. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm just going to create I'm pressing shift, I'm hitting underscore. Okay, that's a good size line for your answers. All right, now I'm just going to copy it. So you want them all to be the same size. I'm going to Control C, or you can just right click and then copy. Now I'm going to put it next to every one of these. So they each have one. Okay, now you want to align them. So I'm just going to tab them. I'm going to go to the end of it, tab them, make them align. It looks so much better, and I think it looks better when the lines are on this side rather than on the left side of the words. I mean, you can do that, but I think it's more confusing. Okay, so once you get all these lines, answer lines, whatever you want to call them, get them aligned. Now we're going to talk about how are we going to do 2 columns. All right, here we go. I'm going to put my cursor on the space before. You'll notice that I forgot to mention this, that everything, you're going to put everything in the same column. You have one column here, put everything together. You can space them any way you want. So now I'm going to create 2 columns. So I'm going to go into Layout. So I'm using Microsoft Word. I'm going to go into Columns. I'm going to click on More Columns. I'm going to click on 2. All right. Now I'm going to go down here to this Apply To box, drop down box, and click on this point forward. So it's going to make everything from now on, from this point forward, it's going to make everything 2 columns. All right. So now I have to figure out a way to make these. See, this is the rest of the test, and that's also 2 columns. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the end. You can see that the definitions are still underneath the terms. So I'm going to go to 1 space below the last term, the last definition. I don't know why it's not. Okay. And I'm going to go back to Layout, go back to Columns, go back to More Columns, click on 1 now, and this point forward. Okay. So now everything below it is back to 1 column. Okay. So now what am I going to do here? I've got definitions and terms on the same side. So one way to do it is just to space down until this goes into the other column. And I believe, nope, one more. Okay. All right, so that's one way to do it. You can also space between your terms. I like that a little bit more, so you know you're not way down here and have to go back here. But you can do that too. So back where I started, instead of spacing at the end, you can space between your words like this. And you'll notice that sometimes it puts another number in there. So all you have to do is backspace and then delete, hit the delete button, and it'll create the spacing you want. Okay. Okay, that looks like it's okay there. I'm going to hit, okay, you got a 4 there. Now I'm going to hit delete, and there I got the spacing. So you can see that that is another way to move your definitions over to the other side. Okay, so you have these set up, you have this okay, they're all on the same page, you're looking good. Now you have to get these terms to be lettered, and that's what I'm going to do right now. You can right click on it and you can go to the numbering function. I mention this numbering function often because it creates hanging indent, and there's the ABC. Now I like to put everything close to it. You can see this is a ruler up here, and you can get that by going to view where it says show, and you click on ruler. And it's a handy thing to have because you can use it to align things. So I'm just going to grab the bottom of this left indent and move it over to the margin. And you can see that it's not quite even with the learning environment there. So I think if I go to the bottom here and delete it, yeah, move it right up. So that's how you can adjust your matching. That's how you line up the tabs. And you can see there's one more answer choice here. Actually, there might be, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's one more answer choice than terms. So that's my little session on how you create a matching by using 2 columns.